All right, so it looks like we have Peanut versus NickDistrict stepping up. I talked to Nick a little bit. Looks like NickDistrict going to be trying out a couple of his other characters here, trying to go ahead and work on his secondaries rather than rely on the Wii Fit trainer tonight. And speaking of secondaries, we got Peanut's Swordfighter, regarded as one of the worst characters in the game. We've actually been seeing Peanut put in a little bit of work here, albeit against a couple players' secondaries as of late. I think he'd won a Xanadu, if I recall correctly, over Pink Fresh's Marth, I believe, relatively recently. On the other side, NickDistrict embracing the cheese that is Rob to go alongside his Steve and Wii Fit trainer. And good God, does he just like look at the most tilting characters and be like, yeah, I want that. That sounds good for me. I'm curious if Peanut has the reflector here, because in this matchup may be a powerful tool. So for those of you who don't see too much of Swordfighter, that tornado is the big deciding factor in this character's toolkit. Basically, it connects into a ton of aerials and can lead to super early kills. Looks like we have the charge on the side B instead of the reflector as well, so give this character a little bit of a burst option. Chakram has a ton of crazy angles, too, that you can go ahead and toss out and just catch your opponents lacking there. It can linger for so long. It's such a good ledge trapping tool. Down throw into the forward air. Solid throw combos in this character, too, and if you DI incorrectly, you may find yourself dying to down throw into up air, like, super early. Because for some reason, this character's up airs and down airs, like, some of the best in the game. Up B, though, looks like Peanut has one of the worst ones. Or it's good with killing, not great with recovering. Oh, cannot actually take advantage of that missed tech right there on Nick's side. Look at Peanut, the single hit fair and just waiting out to see what Nick is going to do. Quite get the up air at this percentage. Peanut's still going for those confirms, though. Gets the trip. Here's Nick, but unable to really confirm too much off of it. It feels like Peanut's DI has been really good, and then catching the aggressive options with that up smash. Neutral air into the side B right there for solid damage on Peanut and full stage control. Gets the whirlwinds into a reset situation there on that platform. This character is so devastating with those plats. Rotor arms will clean up the stock, as is tradition with this character. And finishing it with the JV2 is Peanut right there. It just feels as though, for some reason, this man's Swordfighter actually looking pretty polished. Like, Peanut, in addition to having just the B&B combos that you learn just by, okay, I picked up this character, I understand which moves link, he kind of knows the 50-50s, and he knows how to frame trap with this character. Peanut, why are you putting time into Swordfighter? You already play a low-tier character in Little Mac. I'm begging you, pick up a top-tier secondary. Please.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, same stage here on game 2, and Nick trying that the old Rob B&B of just like down tilt your shield a couple times, and then eventually I'll stop and try dash grab. It's like Rob down tilt shenanigans. They remind me of tick throws from the traditional fighting games. Okay, the Chakram confirms into the forward smash on Peanut's side. That's one of those angles that I was telling you about. If you try to standard get up against this character, Chakram can sometimes eat you alive at slow animation. Slow but deadly. Trying to go for the down air here. And I feel if Nick can go ahead and hit that, or just a rotor arms, this match gets a lot harder. Look at that up. He doesn't really have any kind of a distance to it. So Nick, if he hit literally anything off stage right there, it would have cleaned that stock up here. Also, why are we in Sad Boy Hour right now? We've got No Future and Sewers as the tag. I don't know what's wrong with both of these two here, but neither one of them are optimistic all of a sudden here on the Friday Night Grind. Nick District, come on. Just the center stage rotor arms, please. I'm mad that he got a stock off of that. All right, jump up with the aggressive up B right there. And it's one of the weaknesses of those Chocrums. You can see how like small the disjoint is actually there. Down throw into that up air, definitely a DI check for sure. Rob might get trapped with that a little bit longer because he's a big body, but I'm not positive. Most characters there would have gotten out at that percent. Oh, were you going for the suicide? Yeah, if that wasn't Rob, that might have worked, but this character has a good recovery. Again, Nick doing a good job of trying to fiend for something off stage, but Peanut is a little bit trickier than one would expect. Down air, down throw, up air yet again here, and Nick still not getting out of it. This is starting to look true, because that was actually a pretty good DI, and he was still trapped by it. Yeah, Curse playing big body characters, man. One thing that I'd like to see, actually, is rotor arms does actually function as a reflector, so perhaps if Nick is feeling super risky, he can go ahead and use that into one of those whirlwinds to try to go ahead and get a kill set of his own. Okay, rolling directly into Rob's greasy grasp. Easy up throw to get that kill, and are we dead? No, good air dodge, and we're at that percentage where it's no longer going to get a 50-50. And then the fully charged laser in the opposite direction, perhaps not the option. So that's two JV2s in a row there on Peanut's side to claim the set. So that was a bit of a quick set right there. We are seeing unique characters here at the grind. Both players probably taking a minute to rest their minds here after grinding a little bit in preparation for homecoming tomorrow. And y'all, I know you might be tired of me saying it, but we got a big event going on tomorrow. 311 people last I saw. We raised the cap. We actually removed it for a whole day to add as many people as possible because our wait list was like 50+ names. So Xanadu Homecoming, we're going to be going live on 2 streams, VGBC 1 and 2, starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow. And this is just the second in a series of 4 events. Head on over to start.gg/Xanadu 500 for additional details. But the long and short of it is that we have Melee starting up next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that, 64 and Brawl. And y'all, I got to give you a sneak peek preview of who's going to be stopping by at Xanadu Legends. We have some of the top talent on the East Coast, including Zane stopping